When I start my workshops, I ask people, who wants job security? Raise your hand if you want job security. And they all raise their hand. Then I ask, who wants to work less and achieve more? And they start saying, oh, me. And they raise both hands. And then I said, who wants to get out of the rat race and control their destiny? And they ask, yes, me. If you answer yes to these three questions, this is the right place. As we start this, one very important question is, what level of play do you want? So I often ask my students, my participants, my executives, do you want to play League 3 or do you want to play League 1? And if you're listening to me right now, you probably are quite assertive and ambitious. Most people would say League 1, because nobody wants mediocrity. Now, if you don't want mediocrity, you have to learn. Basically, you have to develop the best version of yourself. How do you do that? And most companies got it wrong because they approach this really one way, which produces very little change or result. They do trainings, or you read a book, or you watch one YouTube video and get really motivated. And it doesn't last, basically. It doesn't create lasting results. So the question is how to retransform yourself. And I'm going to share you a system that will show you the three dimensions of how to succeed at work. The first dimension of success at work is investing in developing yourself constantly. It means worrying about your mindset, your motivation, your engagement, staying positive, being proactive, and also being self-aware, getting feedback, knowing where you are, and really being aware of all your mindset. So the mindset dimension is fundamental, and we'll work on that. The second dimension is your discipline and your consistency. Most CEOs that I work with, most senior managers, most contributors all over the planet come up with the same problem. I'm not consistent. I am not disciplined. And how do I stay disciplined on a daily basis? It's so hard. Yeah, it's hard, but we can find some simple, high-performance habits. And I'll provide a lot of videos and a lot of small courses on the right, small habits and methods to develop your discipline. This is fundamental. Finally, the third element to developing yourself is to remove the toxicity outside yourself and inside yourself. Outside yourself is probably the programming you're getting from your society, from people around you, from preconceived opinions, from really the imprint we all have, which is toxic. You may have some people around you that are constantly negative. Well, we need to get rid of them. We need to get rid of the toxicity, so be aware of the toxicity outside and people dragging you down. Now we'll work on the toxicity inside. These small messages that are, I'm not good enough. I'm not the right person. This is not going to happen to me. I don't deserve it. All of this internal toxicity is about self-awareness, maybe calming your mind, and we'll work on that. So these three dimensions again, your mindset, your discipline, and cutting down on toxicity. The second dimension is your job, your function, your role. You may be pretty high up there, or you may be on lower levels, but you have a job to achieve. So the first way to look at this dimension is that stop saying you have a job. When you're looking for a job, for instance, you're not looking for a job. You're looking for a problem. So change your resume, and instead of saying what you can do, say what are the problems you can solve. You are the solution, and you want to be better and better at becoming the person that delivers the solution. That's really important. And to be able to deliver the solution, you need to be able to manage meetings, to manage people, work better with your managers and your boss, manage them actually, manage your boss and learn to do that. You need to cut down on time, stop wasting time. You need to orient people, and you need to this is the hardest thing that most people don't do. They don't think enough. They don't take the time to ask the right question. People love doing. So you find out in most projects, people start too early. And that's why most projects fail. If you're the person that can come in and say, wait a minute, let's think this through, analyze, find the right problem, ask the why question, you become priceless. And that's your opportunity at work. The third dimension is the collective. It means how you work with other people and how you get a team of people, a group of people to collaborate. And that's the super app. That's where there's basically no competition there, right? So if you become really good there, you completely wipe out your competitors at work or outside your company or outside your business. So how do you get people to collaborate, to speak to each other, to work together, and to think together? So the goal is to make 1 + 1 greater than 2. If you're able to do that, you're home. And nobody does that. So I will share with you how to create consistently high-performance teams and groups. And you'll be the facilitator, the coach, the manager, the project manager, or the influencer in there. And that's a huge opportunity. Well, you can see my system already, which is not to go do a one-shot thing or buy a bunch of books or attend a whole bunch of workshops out there. It's much more developing a system and get really good in this system. So the system focuses on these 3 dimensions again. You, developing all aspects of you and your mindset. The role you have, that's the second dimension. Your job, and really become the solution. The person that is the solution. So you don't have a job, you have a problem to solve, and that's really important. And then the third dimension, which makes you really unique, is to be able to gather people and help them collaborate and become a high-performance group or a high-performance team. If you learn, the more you learn about this, it's really like moving from 2D to 3D. If you make a little bit of progress, you'll differentiate yourself and you'll be unique immediately, and the results will be amazing. So that's really exciting. I have a couple of links there. You can already look at my winner-loser workbook. Go ahead, enjoy it. Drop a comment of what you're learning about that. Ask questions. I'll be looking at all of these comments. And then I look forward to the next videos that I'll make available to you. They'll be short. Some of them will be longer. But go through it and enjoy. I'll see you in the next learning.